Player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. As we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome everyone to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And the starting group for the Spurs. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Noel. And it's Sohan in at the 4 spot. And for Houston, the front court is Tate and Smith. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. And it's Şengün in at the center, filling out the middle. We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with 2 conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Count the basket.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
Here's Sohan, covered by Smith. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, Juniors, and quality NBA players.
Now here's Simmons. Really played well against Houston in his last outing.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Outside, Green. Pass to Tate. Now here is Smith. Poked loose. Just 5 on the clock. And Smith gets double teamed. Here's Tate. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
That's on Ben Simmons.
You know, for a guy who went undrafted, Jae'Sean Tate made a name for himself really fast. Took him 2 years to break in the league, and there's no looking back now. He's really established himself as a quality player in the NBA.
Three shots.
And he's good on the first of 3.
And love hearing about guys like Tate. They don't give up on their dream no matter how the draft goes.
Yeah, that's always inspiring to see. And uplifting. I mean, I know Jae'Sean. Tell you what, his energy, his defense, his scoring punch now, which he's refined, qualities every team would want to have.
And he nails the 3rd. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, it's obvious that Noel has some nice leadership traits. He's energetic, he's positive. His teammates really gravitate to him and feed off his intensity.
That one misses. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And here's Green outside. That shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Good evening, Kevin. I was able to talk with the Rockets head coach. There's no question this team can shoot the ball. That's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other, and then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. Mark, let's go back to when the Rockets traded away James Harden in 2020. How has that reset gone?
I like what it looks like, Kevin. Building through the draft. I love the young talent they've been able to acquire, and they've done it with a bunch of future first-round picks in their back pocket. So they're not done. There's more to come in drafting high-quality talent.
And now, the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
2 minutes.
Whiteside fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
You know, as the regular season, Greg, winds down, you can feel things start to change around the league, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, some teams are getting totally in the zone for the playoffs, while other squads are using this time to plan for next year and try to figure out what went wrong.
Now here's Jones. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Whiteside, good.
Whiteside.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's tipped. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Now here's McDermott. T right on him. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Martin with the ball. Pass to Green. Here's Christopher. Graham defending. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
Collins dishes to Whiteside. Baseline jumper. Rockets with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so here is Houston. They trail by 1. Green deciding where to go with it. Out of hand on it. To the inside. 2 on the clock. 1 second left. He takes it up and lays it in.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake and then off to the races.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's the Spurs up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Nerlens Noel, Keldon Johnson is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Bates Diop in at the four-man position. And the Spurs with possession. 3-point lead. Shot clock at 6. And slam dunk by Noel.
And you can see that Noel has a very firm understanding of the game. I mean, knowing when to roll hard to the bucket after setting the pick.
Here's Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And the Spurs making a change here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Look, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. go off for 50 in a game. He's got some serious skills on the offensive end.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And it's Porter with the ball for the Houston Rockets. 6-point game. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Now, here's Vassell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Banked in off the glass.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Quarter pass to Christopher. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
The Rockets making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Jones checked in for Simmons. Here's Şengün. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Jones against Porter. And stolen by Şengün. He's got a clear path. And he double clutches and throws it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Rockets ball.
So for the Rockets, Garuba's checked in, and Martin subbed in for Tate. Whiteside's checked in for the Spurs. San Antonio calls timeout, and we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, obviously I'd like to have both skill and athleticism, but skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6.
And for a 6'10 player like Simmons to be handling the ball like that, come on, that's criminal.
Now Porter. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Green, he's checked in for Josh Christopher. It's sent back down by Simmons.
Active defense that time from Simmons, swatting down the shot with some force.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Sohan. He feeds it to Whiteside. Outside for Simmons. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
Ben Simmons.
Simmons got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
A nice shot by Simmons.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside, Green. Out left to the wing. 1:03 left here in the second. Shot clock at 5. Simmons pulls it in.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now here is Martin. After Ben Simmons' miss, the kick out to Porter. Good on the triple. Porter's got 7.
Tell you what, if he can find some consistency from deep, Porter Jr. is going to be a nightmare as an offensive player.
Passes it to Johnson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Simmons. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The kick out to Porter. 3-pointer. Johnson with the rebound. Here's Simmons. That shot missing. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Spurs. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Pop. What do you need from the second unit in the second half?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll all find out together. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Coming in on the heels of a whopping performance in their last game, he's had no let-up in that fire here tonight. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
It's been an aggressive approach with them at the offensive end. Getting the ball inside and getting as many points as possible close to the rim. So far, so good. They have a nice edge in the points in the paint.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. Big time. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
You know, we have to see that great Mobile One drive one more time.
And that's a thing of beauty. Certain plays, almost no words. You just sit back and appreciate.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Tate finds Porter. They kick it out to Green. Smith trying to break loose. Green, no luck.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Noel trying to break loose. Simmons can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 8. And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11 range. So great bloodline.
Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 20 points.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Outside, Green. Back to Porter. Tries from 10. And the rejection by Noel. Up top, Simmons. Covered by Smith. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, you know, I really like when Simmons is aggressive like this. I mean, looking to score and daring the defense to foul him, he puts a lot of pressure on the opponent that way.
Josh Christopher, he's checked in for Kevin Porter. And he sinks the second.
You know, Ben Simmons, so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too.
Tate finds Green. Here's Şengün. Here's Christopher. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And he makes good on the layup. Simmons got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Back to Green. Down low. Here's Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Ben Simmons.
Rockets have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Zach Collins checked in for the Spurs. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Ben Simmons. Graham, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Dangerous in the pick and roll. Graham making the smart decision right there and dishing the ball off.
Green kicks to Kaminsky. Green against Graham. Here's Smith. Good. It's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Smith.
Loved the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Back to McDermott. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Houston. Kenyon Martin Jr. comes in for Tate. And San Antonio also making a switch. Jones is checked in. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Make some noise for your Rockets Houston team.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Collins.
Let's hear it for him.
Rockets trail by 7. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Martin wide open. He fires. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Spurs leading by 7. Jones with it. And it's Martin picking him up. McDermott with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Noel. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
You can tell that Noel has spent a lot of time working on his shot fake. I mean, he's really skilled at drawing contact and tricking the defense.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the middle, here's Cauley Stein. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. McDermott passes to Jones. Here's Noel over Cauley Stein. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance. Spruce it up a little bit.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Martin, and he hits it to tie the game up. Martin's got 6 in the quarter.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there.
Sure. I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Rockets lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Devontae Green. And it's Sohan in at power forward. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Nice pass from the point guard, Graham there. Loves getting the ball over to his open teammates.
Houston leading by 3. And stolen by Graham. Whiteside, high post. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And there's the pass to Tate. Up and in on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Basket counts. Whiteside's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Whiteside, the pass to Graham. Back to Whiteside, and stolen by Şengün. Here's Porter, and it's blocked. Cauley Stein against Graham. Inside, and the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Pass to Tate. And here's Porter. Jacks up a 3. Porter can't get that one to fall.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Whiteside finds Johnson. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Porter. And there it is for him.
Clearly Porter Jr. is fired up right now. Not holding anything back on the offensive end, letting it all hang out.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Green is checked in for Houston. Simmons checked in for San Antonio. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. Complete it with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Porter, no luck.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. Cool as they come, Ben Simmons loves taking these big shots.
He takes it in, and Simmons slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
You know, to me, it looks like Simmons is sometimes better at scoring through contact. Excellent concentration there.
Here's Green. This is to Smith. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And stolen by Simmons. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 8. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter.
Everybody, let's get loud.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And you know what? This has been his game from the start. I mean, he found ways to impact at both ends. And he's been relentless at attacking the opposition all night long, keeping constant pressure on the opponent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Here's Green. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Smith hits them both.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Here's Simmons trying to get open as Johnson. It's good.
Hey, it's clear. Simmons is a very gifted player, somebody who is mentally strong in these situations and takes the challenge on head first.
The kick out to Porter. Pass to Şengün. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
He gets it in there.
Time after time, it's Ben Simmons' time. The Australian looking fabulous tonight.
And stolen by Simmons. Passes it to Vassell. But connects again.
Once again, he's hit the 40 mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he is moved into third all-time for most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, Jordan was able to put up 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87, but that mark has been passed. What a special year.
There's 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Spurs with possession. Tries the hook. And the Spurs scoring again.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
From deep, Green. Rebound by Sohan. Here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.